Hey guys, how are we doing? Okay, so very quick one. Sorry about that. I think I have a little off and I don't know. So quickly I'll just want to this week so far there was a GBP USD trade. So I want us to have a quick recap on that GBP USD trade that I took. Right. No. So I'm anticipating a sell now, anyways, but then I took some buys, some GBUSD buy trade. Let me see if I can come in. Hold on. Hmm, Let's see if I can have that trade. Hold on. Yes. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the trade. We had this GBP USD trade. Let's see if you to six. So, okay, so I don't know. I want to put it here with the trading view, but it's not coming out. So let's run a quick recap on the trade, and then it's a buy trade, and let's see how we cut it. So from the weekly time frame, if you look through the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, I am bearish. And the reason for the bearishness was this. We have this key level. So about 2 weeks ago, we had price touch into this A-shaped key level, right? This A-shaped key level, price touched into it, closed below. And last week came and broke below it, giving us a full body closure below this V-shaped key level, right? So looking at this, I'm anticipating to see more bearishness for this week. I'm hoping to see some bearishness, more bearishness to the downside. So, then I came to the daily, having the bearishness in mind. I came to the daily and was like, okay, yeah, we have the bearishness, and then of course we have a break of structure, you know, which is aligning with the sell, right? But then I'm like, okay, if we want to sell, um, where would we sell from? Coming to the 4 hours, I looked at the 4 hours, and as a matter of fact, having gotten this breakout, then I came, switched to the line charts, just to look out for the most recent structural behavior. And then I saw this structural behavior here. Let me show you guys. I saw this high to this low, then this high broke out, and then we have this to the downside. Right, let me see if I can get the better annotation too. Where is pen? Okay, here. So as you can see, we have this high, we have this low, this high. So this high broke this previous high and then close to the downside, giving us a break of structure. So we have this first break and the second break. We have this low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And now we have a break of structure to the upside here. So I was anticipating that, okay, whichever we give or take, we should be having from this region, we should be having a sell continuation if it's going to hold, right? If it's going to hold, we should have a sell continuation from there. So I was anticipating this region, right? So I was like, okay, it's good. We are going to be having this region to, you know, play from, right? Which we are close to. Right then, as at yesterday, we were not into that region yet. So literally, I was saying this, coming back to the daily. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, we might buy from there. But then what are we seeing at the moment? So I was looking at this, I'd seen that daily rejected from this V-shaped key level, right? And on giving that rejection, I saw the most recent market behavior, which was this. I saw this. You see this open close market price came into it. That's on the daily. So that was on Tuesday. Market came into this open close key level and then closed above it. So I was like, okay, having this closure above it. Initially, I was even like my area of concentration was not even above here, was somewhere around this region. This open close that we have here was my point of focus that okay, price could probably just want to take out this, you know, candle high, previous day high into this open close level because this felt more, you know, look, comes from daily. We had this V-shaped key level that got disrespected and then became fresh here, and the market, tapped into it and then sold down. So I was like, okay, fine. If we have this, so we already have a sweep and a break here, right? So market could just come into this open close and then from there dump down, right? So I was like, it's reasonable. But then since we have this on the daily, then we need to find a way to get to this zone. So that was the motivation for my buy, right? So I scaled down to what's the 1 hour? Let's see. So that was a Wednesday trade, right? Let me go back to the daily and let's mark it. Yes, Wednesday. Yes, so here was Wednesday. That was a Wednesday trade, right? So Wednesday started from here, right? So while I was looking at it, I had my issue, of course. So I had this was the low, the open cost level that Tuesday tapped into, to give us that buy and push up to close above. So after we saw all of that, I was like, okay, so if you're going to be bullish, what am I seeing? So I saw this, I was just watching market reaction. So you see this V-shaped key level, market came, tapped into it. We had this guy as an inducement here, right? Market tapped into it and then closed above. We had this. So literally, all of this was what happened on Tuesday, which I didn't catch. So, if you look after market swept and closed above, if we go to the line chart, you can see a clear lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, sweep, and then we see a break, multiple double break to the upside. With that, market came back to, the V-shaped key level that was rested here, right? Market tapped into it, different about four reactions on that level. Then market finally did what came and then closed above this guy. So we had a market closure, market reversed back down into this zone. Yeah, this was a zone, a place for a buy. Yeah, of course, some people could have bought from here, to want to take out this guy, but market couldn't take out this guy. So immediately I saw this reaction from the Tuesday, right? And coming to my Asian. So coming to Wednesday, we saw that Asia had happened here. I looked into this area. Nothing so interesting was happening here. There was no sweep and break on the Asia. So I'm like, okay, it's possible that this would be our inducement, this low that happened here will be our inducement because this low couldn't even take out okay, there was a break of structure here, right? But then this high, market didn't close above this complete high. So I was like, okay, because below here, I could still see this A-shaped key level that was rested here, right? That A-shaped key level that was rested there. So immediately I saw like market should really come into this zone, tap into it to give us that buy. And then, of course, if I'm catching this buy from here, I want to remember the open close key level that we had. The market came into the open close key level on the daily. That was where my target was. Like I could probably come here to have a target, right? So that was my target position, my exit. So, and that was took a buy from here. My stop loss was somewhere around here, yeah, and then my target was somewhere here. So, but then I think I closed out somewhere around here, right? I closed out somewhere around here, right? Let me check. Yeah, I closed somewhere around here because by the time I was checking the market was really yeah, it had given this buy to this point and then it rejected to this level, and then I was quite very busy. I knew I wouldn't really have time to look at the market that much. So I just felt I was already close to my TP. There is no reason. I just closed out manually basically. So I just closed out manually before market got to the full TP. So when I saw it here, I just felt, you know, I wasn't ready for because of course market as far as I'm not saying necessarily to pass back down, but then it might just give a lot of little play around before all of this is it. But I just feel I wasn't ready for the old drama and all of that. So I just feel I'm already close to my TP, whichever way. So I just closed out somewhere around here. Didn't get to full TP, but of course we have this. So uh that was how I caught this buy from GBP right? That was I caught the buy from GBP. So well, I'm anticipating for a sell continuation. We may sell from here if let's see. Yeah, remember I told you how we came into this um level from the higher time frame. That's from the daily, yeah. From the daily, remember. So I'm like, okay, if per adventure we are going to sell, right, we should have a sell from here. So at this point, we have this ultimate high here, and then we have this high here. Probably want to choose that high. So are we going to, am I 100% sure on that? Not yet, but then following the technicals, let me just delete all of this, right? To make it more clean. So let's see. Unless the market prove us wrong, right? Although on the monthly time frame, we are still sort of bullish on the monthly time frame. I can see bullishness on the monthly time frame, right? So if this doesn't get respected, then I want to see how market will break out of it, and then maybe we cannot continue to keep looking for more buys since we are bullish. Because for me, I could still see all of this as a form of liquidity that needs to go, right? You can see all of these guys here. I feel they need to go, right? And if that area and all these trendline liquidities would actually leave, you know, where's my daily time frame? On the daily time frame, I'm still seeing all of that going, and then I'm seeing this guy as a form of relatively equal lows. That's another form of liquidity. And just below it, we have this A-shaped key level that, got tagged, disrespected, and then, fresh again. So I'm feeling maybe before we can have the whole buys from the monthly, we could, maybe from here, have our rejection to the downside, tap into this region, and then we could, from this zone, we'll probably, come down, tap into this guy, and finally have the push to the upside, right? So that's what I'm probably looking at on the daily, right? So let's see. Okay, so it's just a quick recap on the buys I got, right? So which we have looked into. So then let's see what the market have for us today. So that'll be it. You guys should go ahead, take your time, study it, and then look at this, study this recap, and I'm sure you would learn one or two from it. Cheers, guys.